John Bolton indicted by a federal grand jury today on charges he allegedly unlawfully transmitted and retained classified documents, according to sources familiar with the matter. ABC's Catherine Faulders says it's the third indictment of President Trump's named enemies.
The transmission nature of this indictment will be interesting. It's not exactly clear what that means. We do know, at least from documents that have been previously unsealed, that John Bolton did use a personal email account, an AOL account, so they focused on that. There's no indication that he would have transmitted this information directly, if you will, to a foreign adversary, but transmitted it nonetheless, presumably on a private email server.
John Bolton's attorney responding to the indictment, saying the diaries that Bolton kept are, quote, not a crime, and that the former ambassador did not unlawfully share or store any information. Bolton was fired by Trump during his first term. This is ABC News. According to a government report, the cost to heat homes with electricity will rise this winter by about 4%.
Now we've seen this big increase in demand from electric cars, from appliances, and then the really significant culprit, AI data centers. They have become a hot button issue. They've seen candidates from both political parties point to this issue, especially in Virginia, which is home to Data Center Alley. And according to a report from Bloomberg, electricity now costs 267% more in a month than it did 5 years ago in areas that are located near significant data center activity.
ABC's Rebecca Jarvis. The ceasefire in Gaza is holding, but there are some tensions. The Red Cross says it helped transfer 30 bodies from Israeli authorities to the Hamas-run Gaza ministry. In all, Israel has returned 120 bodies since the ceasefire began. Israel also says Hamas has yet to return all deceased hostages. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic
With a
Media
walk and
app.
3 strikeouts, Yelly hasn't had a hit in his last 17 at-bats and was asked about his performance so far in the postseason.
Not the best, I started out good and then kind of just hit a little bit of a rough patch here the last few games. An unfortunate time for that to happen, but, I've got to be better. I got to figure it out, and it's just how it goes.
The Dodgers up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. NFL, Packers holding practice, preparing for Sunday's game in Arizona against the Cardinals. College football, the Wisconsin Badgers have lost 4 in a row, and on Saturday, they host the number 1 ranked team in the nation, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
If you're going to go out there and you're going to do anything against the number 1 team in the country, you can't be held back by, being perfect, because being perfect is not going to get us what we need to get.
That's Badgers head coach Luke Fickell with Sports on Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy and isolated shower or two tonight with lows in the mid-50s. Partly sunny tomorrow, a stray storm could pop up, highs in the mid-70s. Temperatures start to fall back for this weekend as we dry out. It's 60 right now.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Lean Local with Jim Schmidt.
So what's going on with the government shutdown? And what about agricultural and rural?
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy whose house has an actual wiggle room, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday, everybody. It is the Christmas Eve of weeknights, as I like to call it. Love me a Thursday night. You've got some Brewer baseball tonight, some NFL. I'm going to catch up on slow horses later. Lots to absorb, lots to watch tonight. So there's always TV watching to be done, folks. I don't take it lightly. I don't expect you to take it lightly. I take this very seriously because color television is one of the greatest inventions. I don't know, probably like aside from like the polio vaccine maybe or something, but it's one of the greatest inventions in humankind. And I celebrate it every night here at Nite Lite. Working the board tonight, Mr. Conrad Krieger. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch some colored television as well.
Oh, yeah?
Netflix just released a series called Starting Five. This is season 2 of it, and it follows 5 basketball players through the NBA season. And
like a reality show.
One of them just so happens to be my favorite NBA player,
Who
Kevin
is it?
Durant.
Oh, you love Kevin Durant.
So I already watched 2 episodes today, and I'm enjoying it. It's
And
a
did
lot
they
of
drop
fun.
it all at once like Netflix does?
Yep.
I love that.
So I'll probably be binging that. And it's just a fun series to see like the inside look of what they go through.
That's awesome.
Behind the scenes.
That is fantastic. Well, it's always good to have a new show. I started the Chair Company last night. I watched the first episode.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
It was creepy and funny at the
He's
same time.
just creepy and funny. Like the guy is like, there's never a calm moment with that guy. You don't know what he's going to do.
What'd you
Tim
think of that
Robinson.
scene when he goes to explore that place? When he had the deviled egg first before he left.
That was great. And then the guy coming up behind him, stop looking at the Chair Company. And then he starts chasing him. Just so weird. I'll stick with it. I got to find out more about this guy. I haven't watched his other 2 shows, The Detroiters. I think it was Ben Reiser that was telling us about that.
Yep.
So that's where he's from, Tim Robinson. So I'll probably do more of a deep dive into some of the things he's done because he does have his own style. I mean, and I'm sure, I don't know. We'll just see what happens with the Chair Company, but it's pretty funny. And it's just a guy who's like, it's like OCD or something. Not even OCD. He's just like a conspiracy theorist. Like he investigates a chair company because he sat and the chair broke at a very important moment. It's just so bizarre. But yeah, lots going on tonight. And we got 2 great guests. The Popcorn Pick of the Week happens tonight, folks. Every Thursday at 6:35, we make the Popcorn Pick of the Week and give you a movie recommendation that you can check out over the weekend or whenever. And tonight, to make the Popcorn Pick of the Week, I'm joined by Kara Mulrooney. Kara is a Milwaukee-based actress and filmmaker and very talented and a good friend of mine. She's actually been on the radio. Conrad, she's actually co-hosted a radio show with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
A couple times, I think, maybe. When I was on another station down in Milwaukee, they let me pick my own co-host, and I brought Kara because she's great. So she'll be here tonight as a guest. She's a very busy mom now. She's got 2 young kids, and her husband is a filmmaker who's a great guy. So I met Kara years ago on PBS Wisconsin because she had a short film in the Wisconsin Film Festival, and I interviewed her on PBS Wisconsin, interviewed her husband on PBS Wisconsin, who's also incredibly talented, but nice people. And Kara will be here. She's always a blast to talk to as well. So she'll give us the Popcorn Pick of the Week, and we'll find out what's going on with Kara. And then tonight, a little later in the show, and the second hour is better. It'll be dark outside, and we've got Old World Wisconsin is putting on its Legends and Lore this month, and it's creepy stuff. on the weekends. It's just great. We talked about it a little bit last year. I'm very excited to talk to Dan Hesto. He'll be here tonight at 7:35, and we'll tell you what you can find if you're willing to venture over to Old World, Wisconsin this month and check out some of their cool, really creepy stuff they have going on. Not too creepy enough. I think you could bring the kids to a lot of this stuff, but we'll ask Dan all about that in hour number 2. This is, I don't know if you knew this, Con. This is National Dictionary Day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
I guess. I mean, celebrate the dictionary, sure. Why not the dictionary, though? There's National all kinds of other weird stuff day. Why wouldn't we have a National Dictionary today? So let's get a jump on this, and let's start tonight off right with our Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question. Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda. Question.
Questions.
What is your favorite or least favorite word in honor of National Dictionary Day? Words are great. I consider myself a poor man's wordsmith as a writer, but I love words. They're great, and they're beautiful when people use them correctly, or use them and string them together flawlessly or fluidly and brilliantly. I love, love, love words. But there are some words that drive me crazy too. But there are some that I love. So tonight's question is, what is your favorite or least favorite word in honor of National Dictionary Day? Let us know at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC, and we'll read your text on the radio. You can also drop us a comment if you're listening over the app. And if you're watching the radio on the stream, you can drop us a stream comment through YouTube, Facebook, or X Twitter. Give us a like or a follow, too, if you're there, folks, on Facebook or YouTube. Can you do likes on YouTube?
Yes, you can.
You can. I thought so. Yeah, you can give a little thumb up.
You can give a thumb up.
On Twitter?
Yeah. Well,
you can follow us on Twitter or me.
I think you can like it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can like it on Twitter. It's like a little heart.
Yeah, you can heart us.
But that's kind of like, that's extreme. Like, I don't know if I want to click love. I mean, I might like a post, but it's like Facebook, you can go like, you can put a
Thumbs
heart.
up.
Yeah. But like Twitter, it's like, no. You either love it or you go home.
Or you just, tell why you don't like it in the comments like everyone else does.
Exactly. And they don't hold back on Twitter. So let's do that. But let us know what your favorite or least favorite words are. And we can talk about some of that in just a moment. I'll ask Conrad what his favorite words are. Have you seen this? What are your thoughts on Britney Spears?
Loved her in How I Met Your Mother.
Did she do a walk-on?
She loved the show so much that she wanted to be on it, and she plays a hilarious role in it, actually.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I like her when she kind of has a sense of humor about herself. I think she's really fun. I could take her, leave her music. I will say this: when Britney Spears dances, turn the sound down and watch her dance. It looks idiotic. But having said that,
I think that's for a lot of people.
For a lot of people, exactly. But I don't really have an opinion on her. I don't know her, but I know she's been through all kinds of stuff. Her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, they were soulmates for about 3 years in the early 2000s, is writing a book about her. Just in time for when the child payments stopped. He was getting like $500,000 a year from her for their 2 kids. And he's put on a lot of weight since he started.
I don't even know who that is.
He was a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake.
Nice.
Yeah. And I guess he's a DJ, but I mean, he's, I can't stand people that write books like that. Like, the gravy train is over. I'm going to write a tell-all book. And supposedly he put in the book that she would stand at her son's bedroom doorway at night holding a knife. Didn't really say why or what, whatever.
What?
But yeah.
I'm writing a book.
Are you?
About you.
Boy, that'll be a page turner. Just make sure you make me look beautiful.
Okay.
You got nothing, man. You got nothing on me, Conrad. I could write a book about you, dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Please don't.
It's coming. But I just think that's so weird. And she says it's not true, obviously, but that's my pet peeve. And I think it's a bad character trait. And we have to come up with a question of the night for people that do that, like inexcusable behavior, because it really disgusts me. I thought you would be excited about this. Kate McKinnon is going to play Aphrodite in Percy Jackson. Did you see that?
I'm a huge fan of Percy Jackson. I read all the books.
Okay.
And I watched all the movies, and now I enjoyed season 1 of it on Disney Plus. So it kind of the new season is pretty close to the book. There's differences, but I think she's gonna be great at it.
Why doesn't she work more? Like everything she's in, people love her. Whether it was SNL, the Barbie movie, she had a great cameo in that. I mean, not more than a cameo, a minor role, but she stole every scene she was in. She does Hillary Clinton perfectly. I mean, she's great.
Yeah, she's awesome.
But this is news. It's like, oh, Kate McKinnon's working again.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching that.
I'm sure you will. I think you should. I know we talked about getting a Haktua Girl fan club together. You should do it for Kate McKinnon because she's actually incredibly talented.
Yes,
she is.
She is very talented. The Haktua Girl, not so much.
Well, she's talented, but I don't know. What now? Where is she at now?
You want to hear something funny? Actually, there's this actress that kind of got a small bit role in Chad Powers.
Okay.
And she was supposed to have one line, and she did it, but then the Haktua Girl replaced her in the show.
She's on the show?
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh!
And she literally took out that one small bit actress that's really trying to get into acting.
So for 2 seconds of screen time, where she probably her only line was probably Haktua.
I would have laughed so hard if it was.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, all she said was like, "I'm disappointed in you" or something like that.
I'll tell you another thing, and it's kind of along the same lines. I can't stand. I'm getting very tired of loaded millions and millions of dollars celebrities taking commercial roles away from actors who are trying to break in. We don't need. If I see Ryan Reynolds again, honest to God.
You have a beef with Ryan Reynolds and Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, Ryan Reynolds, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Those are
what
my
if they
three.
all starred in a movie? Are you going to it?
I probably to hate watch it. Yeah, I probably would. But they're my Mount Rushmore of annoying. Anyway, let's keep it positive. Let's go to the. You have a quiz.
I do have a quiz for you. It's college basketball is starting soon.
Yeah,
and with that comes some new players with some awesome names. And I wanted you to kind of see if you could figure out which ones are real and which ones I made up myself.
I don't know when this started giving Pete quizzes that are like he barely has a chance at because I don't follow college basketball. And the last one, Ben Chan was here. The guy's on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And I'm facing off. Although that one I won.
You
Remember
did.
that?
You did.
Because it was about, what was that quiz we took with Ben?
Well, I forgot, to be honest.
I crushed him.
You did.
It was brutal. Oh, it was music lyrics, I think, or something.
Music. I did 10 seconds of music. Oh,
Name that tune.
It was about one-hit wonders.
Oh yeah, one-hit wonders. Oh, that was a proud moment.
Yes.
My mom even texted me.
Proud of you, Pete.
So oh, honey, you did so well against the Jeopardy champ. Your abundance of useless knowledge has made me so proud. So my favorite words, I have to be honest, I did not really. I've been kind of struggling with this all day. There are a couple words I really like. Cinnamon, love that word. And it's a superfood. Bonus.
Yeah.
Dongle, I'm kidding. Cinnamon, mellifluous. It's like a musical, smooth music, like a string instrument. Words I don't like, yummy. I feel like it's like almost intimate when people say that when they look at something.
Ooh,
look at me and go, yummy. Like, oh, yeah.
No.
And peculiar is another one. Buttress. I don't like the word buttress just because I'm immature. All right, we'll find out what words Conrad likes or doesn't like when we come back. And I'm going to take a college basketball quiz. That'll be entertaining for all the wrong reasons. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
La-da-da-da-dee. La-da-da-da-da. The grocery store, the supermarket.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
Discover your new sanctuary at Pages and Pours Bookshop and Wine Bar, where every story finds its perfect pour. Sip on craft beers, savor fine wines, and indulge in artisanal charcuterie or dessert, all in a cozy, welcoming space that's as chill as your favorite novel. Whether you're browsing classic titles or toasting with friends, Pages and Pours is the bookshop and wine bar you've been waiting for. Find your next chapter at Pages and Pours, 415 Main Avenue in De Pere, and at www.pagesandpours.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, Thursday night version, folks. Kara Mulrooney is here at 6:35 to make the popcorn pick of the week. You're going to leave this show with nothing else, folks, than a great movie recommendation. She's got 2 kids. Might be a kid's movie, but she's also really into movies and acting and all that. So you might get like a classic. We don't know. You just have to stick around and find out. And then Dan Hess from Old World, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee, will be here in the second hour telling us about legends and lore that is happening all month at this really cool museum under the umbrella of the Wisconsin Historical Society, which does really amazing work. So our question of the night is, what is your least or most favorite word? It is National Dictionary Day. Con?
Yes.
Go for it.
I'd say my favorite word is scoundrel.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's one of my favorites. I would also say buttocks.
I said buttress, and you said buttocks.
I love it when people say it instead of,
butt, or ass, or fanny.
And then my least favorite word is literally.
Oh, because it's so overused.
I can't stand it when people just put it in the middle of a sentence.
And most of the time they misuse it.
Yes, one of my favorite bits in How I Met Your Mother is that Robin says it too much because Barney says they don't teach correct grammar in Canada. And then Ted gets mad when she uses it because he's a word snob.
It's like people do that with the word right, too. So the other day, right? Yeah. Well, I'm with you so far.
Yeah.
You've got me. Scoundrel's good. That reminds me of CAD. The first time my mother-in-law saw my film, The Godfather of Green Bay, and I had this intimate scene with Lauren Holly, my mother-in-law looked at me and said, "You cad." And then slapped me. It was fun. It was a good night. John in Madison in the 608 says his least favorite letter, or his least favorite word, is, he says the word slit makes my skin crawl for some kind of subliminal reason. That's such a strange one. I love it, John.
Yeah.
He says he just shuddered. Edward in the 414 says resiliency instead of resilience, or I feel nauseous, which means you cause nausea, instead of the correct nauseated. Yeah, you could open up a whole... I've had people say that to me, I'm suffering from nausea. That's not a word. I mean, I know what you're saying, but like, and I'm not the brightest guy in the world. Like, I know words to a degree, but I'm not claiming to... do you know what the Oxford comma is, Con?
No.
It's when you use a comma before the word and. And it can totally change a sentence.
Yeah.
And I used to feel strongly about it. I guess I still do. John also says, words with silent letters bug me too. Pneumonia, dumb, knee, why? Funny because my name is John. Well done, John. All right, let's see if we can get this this hoop quiz. I know I'm going to...
Okay.
This is not going to be good.
Yeah, so basically, I'll give you a name, and you just guess if it's real or not. And if it's real, these are actually players in the NCAA right now for basketball.
Okay. This is great, because I used to follow college basketball like crazy. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, now after you hear these names, you're going to have a couple favorite players.
Listen, I hope some of these are, because they're awesome. All right, let's start off.
All right.
That's the name. A-L-L right.
Yes. Is it real or fake?
It's fake.
It's real.
Come on.
It's real.
Somebody went to spell the word L right on the birth certificate and put an extra L on, or what?
I don't know.
That's so weird. All right. Okay.
All right.
0 for 1.
All right. Puma Brooks Sr.
Yes.
That's a fake name.
That's a fake.
I
just
made that
two
one up.
shoe brands, and then you... Oh, Conrad. All right.
I almost went with Puma Nike. I was like, no, that's too much.
All right. I'm 0 for 2.
All right. Always right.
No.
It's a real name.
Come on.
I'm seriously wondering if they're brothers.
Is that
All
All's
right
brother?
and always right. I don't know.
I don't like it.
All right.
All right.
0 for 3.
Yeah.
George Washington III.
If that's a made-up one, I'm just kind of mad at you.
What do you think it is?
I'll say yes. Yay!
Correct.
1 for 4. Batting 250, baby.
All right.
All
Bill
right.
Gates
No.
Jr. Correct.
There we go.
All right. You're 2 for
2 for 5.
Yeah, 2 for
Batting
5.
400. Okay.
Tennessee Rainwater.
I hope that's real. That's a great name. Yes. Oh, I love that name. Pete Rainwater. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, but Tennessee Schwaba. That doesn't sound... All right, whatever. Tennessee Rainwater. I love that name. Does he play for Tennessee?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. He should.
All right. The next one.
All right.
Jet Steel Fredericks.
Yes.
That's false.
Oh, come on. That's a great name.
All right. Chandler Bing.
Now you're insulting my intelligence. No.
It's actually
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So somebody was a big fan of Friends, named their kid Chandler Bing, and he happens to be great at hoops?
Yep.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, I'm wrong. Big enough to admit what I'm
3 for 8.
All right, 3 for 8.
All right, next one.
Which is not a bad 3-point percentage.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. All right, Caillou.
No.
That's a real name.
Come on. Like the whiny cartoon character?
Spelled differently, but yes.
Well, that's what I thought you were doing. I thought you were trying to... All right. This next one is so awesome, it has to be real.
Max Defender.
It's not, though. No.
It's not real.
It should be. I got that one right. And this next one, too.
Dunk Tyson.
Dunk Tyson. Even if there's not a real person named Dunk Tyson, they should change their name to that. I'm going to say yes.
It is not a real name. I made it up.
I'm happy to miss that one because it's a great.
All right. We can fit one more in here, right?
Yeah.
Burger Irving.
Yeah, that's real. That's just you couldn't make that first word up. That's why I was.
You like that?
All right, to be continued. That's a great one. Good quiz. I'm not doing terrible. Not
No,
doing
you
good.
what? 4 for 5 for.
It's just
10
bad.
right now.
Caramel Rooney is coming up at 6:35, folks. After the news, we're going to make the popcorn pick of the week. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Stuart J. Waddles with this local news update. Wisconsin ended its fiscal year with money left over. That's according to a statement from Governor Tony Evers. Even the state's rainy day fund grew to a record $2 billion. Evers says the state budget surplus grew to $4.6 billion in the general fund. The amount in the state's main checking account was $265 million more than previous estimates. Evers credited the surplus with what he called the hard work across the aisle, saying in part, he looks forward to continuing to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars while making smart and strategic investments to protect the future. The USS Cobia is back home again in Manitowoc after being dry docked in Sturgeon Bay since early September. The World War II submarine had some major restoration and repair work done. It also got a good cleaning. The hull was sandblasted to remove 3 tons of mussels and other debris that had accumulated over nearly 30 years since the last dry docking. The sub also got a new coat of paint from bow to stern. The USS Cobia, built in 1943, has been a proud centerpiece of the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. Many say it's a lasting reminder of Manitowoc's role in World War II submarine production. Even though the Cobia is back at home and all spiffed up, it won't be open to the public until a later date. We'll keep you posted when that's announced. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is reminding drivers to keep an eye out for deer at this time of year. According to a press release, drivers are at a greater risk of crashing into a deer in October and November as hunting seasons get underway and the hours of daylight decreases. There were over 17,000 crashes involving deer last year, about a third of which occurred in October and November. Several counties in our neck of the woods rank among the state's highest for deer crashes. Outagamie and Manitowoc counties topped the list last year. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Stuart J. Waddles, 97.9 WGBW
On your entertainment beat,
News.
I'm Pete Schwaba. Week 42 of the 2025 movie season is at hand, and with some nice choices. First up, what do you get when you cross a venture capitalist, a gig worker, and an inept angel? A comedy drama called Good Fortune, starring Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, and Aziz Ansari. The film is drawing good reviews so far, and it's nice to see another comedy in the theaters. After the Hunt, starring Julia Roberts, opened in a limited release last week and goes wide this week. Reviews are just so-so for this crime drama. Black Phone 2 hits the big screen to pretty good reviews for this horror film starring Ethan Hawke and Madeline McGraw. The film is pulling roughly the same fresh rating as the first Black Phone at around 80%. Opening in semi-wide release are 2 dramas. The first is Urchin, starring Fear the Walking Dead alum Frank Delane, who plays an addict living on the streets of London searching for redemption. Truth and Treason is a German historical drama about a teenager in a moral dilemma as he tries to avoid the Gestapo. Let's go to the movies. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy and isolated shower or 2 tonight with lows in the mid-50s. Partly sunny tomorrow, a stray storm could pop up, highs in the mid-70s. Temperatures start to fall back for this weekend as we dry out. Currently, it's 59 degrees.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bob. It's time for the Nite Lite Popcorn Pick of the Week, where we recommend a movie that you'll either enjoy or won't. Here's your host, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. So great to have you with me, folks. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite or least favorite word? And that is in honor of National Dictionary Day. It's high time. Such a wonderful read. Got its own day. Joining me now, folks, this is time for the Popcorn Pick of the Week. I'm very excited. My next guest I've known for a few years. She's an incredibly talented filmmaker, actress, producer. She does a lot of different things. She's also a mom to young kids, and I'm sure their house is crazy, so I really appreciate her taking time out to give the Popcorn Pick of the Week. Miss Kara Mulrooney. Hello there,
Hi.
Kara.
Hey, Pete. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm really well, thank you. That was a very kind introduction. You're always so kind.
Well, I'm underselling you because I know that, I got to keep the floor low just in case you're having a tough mom day and you can't deliver, but I know you're going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my very best. Yeah, I will say, in the morning I thrive, but maybe it's good to be loose at night on the radio. I'm gonna be very present with you, Pete.
You are fine. You're so much fun, and I just love when we get to hang out or be on the radio together. It's always so fun, and I'm just such a huge fan of yours. Do you have a favorite word, Kara, or least favorite word?
I was listening. The one that always comes to mind is cacophony, which I used to think was cacophony. Just reading it, cacophony certainly sounds nicer. I like, words like pandemonium and maybe in that vein would be Marge Simpson's delivery of cuckoo bananas. So there's a theme, certainly. I like crazy.
With chaos, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I always thought, and now that I can see you on the stream, I always thought, and I've told you this, and I don't think I'm the only one who's ever told you this, but you kind of have a similar look to Catherine Keener.
That is so kind, and it never gets old. I got it not too long ago, and I feel like I could be like her goofy cousin. It's definitely a complimentary likeness, but I'll take it.
Well,
every
you
time.
could
Thank
play her
you.
sister or, and it's definitely a compliment, but also I'm talking to you right now. You sound like her too. You have kind of a similar voice because I just watched the Seinfeld recently where she plays Jerry's girlfriend.
Oh man,
Yeah, she
how did I
plays
miss that?
she's the one who paints the Kramer and she's Jerry's
Oh my
jealous girlfriend.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed that entirely. But yeah,
It's a great episode.
I'll check it out. Being John Malkovich was such an influential film to me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was my first time seeing her.
And what did you think? Did you think when you saw her, hey, I kind of look like her?
A little bit. It's an
Yeah.
odd thing. I mean, have you ever seen someone that looks like you? Or do you have a celebrity doppelganger?
I don't know about doppelganger, but we did this recently.
likeness.
One of our questions was, what celebrity do people tell you look like? And I said, when I'm in shape, Sean Penn, and when I'm not in shape, Chris Penn. But I've heard a lot of.
You're
I've heard.
Sean to me. You're Sean to me. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I got a ways to go. But anyway, I've heard Don Henley at different points in my life. The columnist Bob Greene, again, when I'm overweight. But Michael Douglas occasionally, it
I
varies.
can see that. Oh, I can see Michael Douglas. Yeah. Well, plus you have that nice mane to work with, too.
My
You
hair?
could- yeah.
It's a wig.
I could see. Oh, it's very convincing. It's very
It's a
convincing.
wig.
It used to be longer.
It was quite long. And it's not a wig, and I do get a body wave. Apparently, I just like to say body
You
wave.
are lucky. Oh yeah, own it, honey.
I don't even know what a body wave really is. I just remember a friend of mine in
suppose
8th
I
grade
don't
said
either, but I
he
kinda
he
get it.
came back from the salon or whatever. His mom took him to get a haircut. And he says I got a body wave too.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of a permanent, right?
Sort of,
Yeah,
They
that's
do
right.
something to give it some body.
That's
right?
right. That's right. It's sort of a treatment. Yeah. It's sort
Yeah.
of like a looser type of perm. Yeah.
Your
Anyway,
husband,
you're
Tate.
rocking it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Tate had really long hair for a while, but he was
He
on the
did.
show semi recently, and he's cut his hair off, and I think that looks pretty good on him too. He's got
And
one of those
he
faces,
yeah, he agrees. Well, and he gets Oh gosh, what is wrong with me? Joaquin Phoenix. He gets Joaquin Phoenix at
Oh, that's
times.
interesting. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah. No, I really liked his hair long. I mean, I just feel like, if you have nice hair,
Yeah.
you should celebrate it. I mean, it's your body, you do what you want, but you've got beautiful hair. Tate has beautiful hair. He likes to keep it shorter. I
Yeah.
was thinking about popcorn pick of the week, and I'm honestly a terrible guest for this because my viewing habits are just bizarre, and because it's all about when you can get time and then what you happen to
Yeah.
have access to. But I on our regular TV, as I call it, that you don't have to pay for. There's one channel of BBC, so that's my go-to. I just go straight to BBC. If it's a period drama, I'm here for it. And they
Yeah.
recently started showing Sherlock again from 2010. And
Oh,
I bring all
yeah.
this up to say I really liked Benedict Cumberbatch's haircut, and so for a while I convinced Tate to get, like, when we got married, he
Oh,
did
I
he
gotta go
did
to
the
the
Benedict
Google for
Cumber
that.
yeah, the Sherlock
Okay.
for me.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of what you watch, let's jump into some movie talk here. I'm going to ask you how you like to watch movies, what snacks you like, and then we'll ask you for your pick. And I know your life might be a little crazy right now, Kara, but you can pick a movie from your childhood or your all-time favorite or something your kids like. There's no right or wrong answer here. So you
Well,
sit on
I
that pick.
appreciate you're taking the pressure down. So thank you. So
There's never
comfortable.
any pressure here. You've heard the show. Okay, so what? How do you like to watch movies? Do you like to go to the theater? Or do you like to watch at
Oh.
home?
Oh, I mean, the cinema, it just makes everything it's just a different viewing experience. It's a wonderful. So yeah, cinema first.
It's an
First and
event.
foremost, it's an
Yeah.
event. And specifically here in Milwaukee, we've got the gorgeous movie palace, the Oriental. We've got the Downer as well, which I love, but the Oriental is a true historic movie palace, owned and taken care of and run by the Milwaukee
Yeah.
Milwaukee Film Festival. And so we went there as a family this last weekend to see Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which is, I shouldn't be abashed at this point. It's my favorite movie. It's
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Did you just inadvertently give us your popcorn pick of the week ahead of time?
I did. I worked it in. Yeah. Is that okay? Oh, is there going to be like a
Sure.
sound effect or something?
No, we do it. We
We
do a little thing, but
I'm
that's
working.
fine.
We don't have to settle on it. Another one might come to mind, but yeah. I just saw it so many. I don't ever remember not knowing that movie. I just saw it so
Yeah.
many times as a child on VHS that it just it when I hear the soundtrack, it's like a cascade of serotonin for me.
Oh,
It just
wow.
makes me so
Nice.
so happy, and just but Paul Rubens as a writer, as a performer, Pee-wee as a character, this he's wild, man, and
Did
like
your kids like it?
oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
definitely not their first viewing. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, the kids, well, because he's kind of like a big kid, right?
Yeah.
And Pee-wee's logic is kid logic, and
Absolutely. And what a
not
great
not great.
venue. Yeah.
Oh, right,
This is the
yeah,
whole
and I mean, right, there's
experience.
just not many opportunities to see your favorite film on the big screen. Speaking of, I saw Barry Lyndon, so Stanley Kubrick classic Barry Lyndon. Saw it on a
Mm.
little TV, after film school. So this is like a film that I should definitely like get and appreciate. And I did. I was a little confused by the casting, Ryan O'Neal. I was like, it's just so.
Mm.
I just didn't. I thought it was a fail, quite honestly. Sorry, watching it on a little screen. But then we had the opportunity to see it on the big screen at the Oriental on 35 millimeter.
Oh,
And
nice.
okay, this is completely different. I get it. I get everything.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
get
that's
Ryan
really
O'Neal.
interesting.
I just saw so many more subtleties in his performance, the humor that I really had missed on a small screen. So it's when you have the opportunity to go to the movies and whether it's a new film or a classic, it's quite a different experience.
Absolutely. My guest is Kara Mulrooney. She's here to make the popcorn pick of the week. She is a Milwaukee-based actor, filmmaker, writer, producer. You really do kind of do it all. I've seen your films. I've seen you act. You're just multi-talented. So I think you're a great guest here tonight to make this pick. What are your favorite snacks, Kara?
Well, I'm pretty basic. I mean, it becomes Pavlovian, right? Like you go to the movies, you're like, oh God, I want popcorn so bad. And you can eat a huge, like just a shocking amount of popcorn. A bucket. Yeah. But I like the nutritional yeast, not the butter. So if they got nutritional yeast, to me, that's a top tier cinnamon.
How do you know does the Oriental have that?
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
They got a lot of toppings, but I go the only problem with nutritional yeast, as you might know, is it doesn't really stick to the popcorn. So, you end up with a bunch at the bottom, but still, just adds a complexity to the popcorn, and then it's not as salty. And I think there's nutritional value. I'm not sure. But then if I'm at home, this is embarrassing a little, but I like red wine, but I cut it with sparkling water because otherwise, because you're watching a movie, you're a bit distracted. And so it's going down and it's going down too fast, and then halfway through the movie, I'm tired and then I don't make it till the end of the movie. So add sparkling water, then mom will make it to the end of the movie, or else decaf coffee. I am sounding like my grandmother, my dearly departed grandmother. A little decaf, a little sweet
tea. Yeah. So what about, all right, so that's what your snack at home then obviously differs from your snack at the theater. You can't have wine in a theater. Well, some you can, I guess.
Can.
But,
That's the thing now.
Can you do that at the Oriental too?
Girl, I think they have. Sorry to girl you.
My daughter says that to me all the time.
They might even honey. They might even have THC seltzers. I shouldn't. I'm not sure, but they have a variety. They have a wide variety of cocktails in a can, proper cocktails.
I gotta move back to a city. Jeez, that's pretty cool.
Well, no, you just carry in, right?
No, we do that. My wife and I sneak in non-alcoholic beer. That's the point we're at in our life right now. That's how we like to party. Little Blue Moon non-alcoholic in the theater. So all right. So what about?
Did you say non-alcoholic Blue Moon?
Yeah.
Or are you NA?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a personal question. I shouldn't ask you that on the radio.
Okay.
I apologize.
You want to know how much I make a year too? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, we're at it. No, good for you. I'll say that we're all, no amount of alcohol is safe. That's what they're saying. So I take it that it's with a bit of guilt because I might be shortening my life or increasing.
Listen, I'm not happy about the fact that I don't drink anymore. Okay.
Oh, good.
It was court ordered.
Oh.
And no, I'm kidding. I kind of stopped for a while and I liked it. But yeah, I still look at a martini or an old fashioned every once in a while and go, oh man, I would kill for that right now. But
so you don't break?
No, not really. I had a shot of Miller Lite at my Uncle Joe's funeral a few years ago because he loved Miller Lite. We all did that. And then I tasted, my son ordered an old fashioned and he did something different. I can't remember. I said, hey, let me have a taste of that. And I just tasted it because I was curious. But I could put them back with the best of them back in the day,
Yeah. Okay, but it's health. Well, right. So health-wise, it's a concern. Do you sleep better without it?
Much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna sleep. We're gonna do a very short break here, and I'm gonna get a 2-minute nap. that's how well I sleep. I am like it's perfect. All right.
Get it.
We're going to do a very quick break. Kara Mulrooney is here. When we come back, she's going to give us her popcorn pick of the week. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Reach, engage, grow with Civic Media. Log on civicmedia.us/advertise.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
It's officially October, which means it's time to celebrate Halloween all month long. And if you're looking for some of the best Halloween events or all of the different trunk or treats that are around for the kids, don't you worry, I got you covered. From raves, trunk or treats, glow in the parks, or Halloween parties, I will meticulously search just for you, so you don't have to stress. You can just have fun instead. Just go to WGBW.fm and click events. You're welcome.
If you've ever found yourself driving down a quiet back road and thought, this feels special, you might be on one of our state's rustic roads.
The program was created by the legislature back in 1973. It's really a unique local state partnership.
Officials wanted people by car, bike, motorcycle, or even on foot to enjoy the natural beauty. The first rustic road designated in Taylor County 50 years ago this month.
There's 124 roads that have been designated rustic roads in Wisconsin in 62 different counties, and it spans over 784 miles.
Each rustic road is unique, rolling past farmland through forests or covering rugged terrain. And the speed limit tops out at 45 miles an hour, sometimes even slower. It's not about getting anywhere fast. This slice of Wisconsin reveals sometimes the best part of the journey is the road itself. I'm Terry Baugh.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. So great to have you with me on this Thursday night, this chilly fall night here in downtown Green Bay. I hope it's sunny and 75 wherever you are, though. And it is great to have you here. Join the fun. Text us your favorite word or least favorite word. It's National Dictionary Day. We've got, this is funny. And these corporate words drive you crazy, too, I'm sure. Monica from the 608 says, managers at my work use functionality too much, usually referring to some piece of crap system that's not functioning. And opportunity, as in, I have an opportunity for you. That's an annoying one, too. When translated, it just means you're shoving more work on me, but we're not paying you more. Just say what you mean. Agreed. And TJ from Oshkosh says, NA Blue Moon is my favorite NA beer right now. So good. You are right, TJ. And I was just telling Kara that, and they're out of it. Like last weekend, they were out of it at all three places in Marinette I can get it. So I had to switch to Sam Adams, and Sam Adams is pretty good too. Like my friend who's a brewmaster at Flicks in Madison, Dave Hansen, said they've nailed non-alcoholic beer. Like it tastes good, but I, Kara, am more like a whiskey guy. That's always been my drink. I never drank regular beer. It just wasn't for me. But the non-alcoholic whiskey is not quite there yet.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm impressed by your restraint. Well, especially because I imagine you're in environments where there's drinking. And so, I mean, I guess that's where having the NA option comes in. When I was pregnant, I would always have something that resembled a cocktail. So, sparkling water with some cranberry. It is helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. When I go to a supper club now, I just get like club soda with lemon.
Yeah.
Room temp in a cocktail glass. I can rock that. That's not too bad.
No, I'm just curious, why room temp? Or maybe get more
Like,
product. You get more product. You don't have to keep asking for room temp.
No, it's not. I understand that logic, but it's not that. It's just I don't know. It's very unsettling to drink something too cold.
Oh, You are getting older, aren't you?
Unsettling.
I'm unsettled by a cold beverage. I just need to play that back for you.
Clip that for me. And hey, we've got a fun clip you sent us we're going to play in a little bit too. But let's get to your pick. So this is Cara Mulrooney, Milwaukee actress, filmmaker, is here to make the popcorn pick of the week. I want to ask you one more question before I ask you what your pick is. What do you do in theaters when people get loud? You're kind of a brassy Irish, I wouldn't mess with you type. Would you say something, or what do you do?
Well, I'm probably like most people where I start with a look. I mean, but it depends where you are. Like, if you're in a theater where there's a lot of, when in Rome,
Yeah.
not that I would start talking as well, but it just becomes a part of the experience. Now, if someone's on a phone, that is infuriating, and I would go back to my hall director days, and I confront sounds aggressive, but I would approach.
Yeah.
Excuse
Do you want to
me?
hear something? You just reminded me when you said that. When I was at my daughter's play, children's theater, it's about, 8-9 years ago. Some guy sitting right in the middle, his phone went off, and it was a duck quack. And he couldn't find the damn phone. I was about ready to go over there and get him in a headlock. And then this moron answers the phone, and he's taking the call. Yeah, I should be there in about 20 minutes. Yeah. Like, what is the matter with you? I swear to God, I looked for him after, and he took off. He wasn't there. I missed him. But I was going to say, these kids have been working for months, and you're talking about.
Down. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he seriously needed a beating.
And everyone would have been with you. Like, no matter what you said or did, like the whole theater would have been with you. You could have led the mob.
We all ganged up on him. All right, Cara Mulrooney, so great to have you here. I think it's time. Conrad, a drum roll, please, if you would, for Cara Mulrooney's popcorn pick of the week.
Okay.
Go for it.
My popcorn pick of the week is your favorite childhood movie. So for me, it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if I'm bucky. So you can say officially it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but I guess what I would say is go back to your a movie that you watched on repeat as a child.
Yeah.
For comfort, but then maybe also from like an investigative point of view, like look at like, oh my God, is that why I like the color red? Or
wow, that's
is that why I got a German Shepherd? Or, just like, why was that why I married this woman? Like, and the crush on this actress as a child, like to what degree did this movie that you watched on repeat form you? So that's my pick,
That's
but
great.
I don't mean to like buck, or like not refuse the assignment. So
No, you did.
I'll leave it to you.
You did a little spoiler alert with Pee-wee, but that's a great choice, and that's totally fine. I didn't really go over the ground rules with you beforehand, which I typically do, but that is totally fine, and I love the angle. And you talk about, like, I had such a crush on Adrienne Barbeau when I was younger. And to the point where
remind me, wait, who's that again? I'm sorry, who's that
Adrienne
again?
Barbeau, you just have to
What
Google
film?
it. She was in a ton of 70s and 80s movies.
Oh, okay,
Beautiful.
What's
Yeah.
what's one of them? What's one of the films?
If you saw her, you would know who she was. But I liked her so much. I thought when I was in my mid-20s, maybe I got a shot. Her career is pretty much her best. Her best work is behind.
Did you ever shoot your shot? Did you have the opportunity?
I did not, and I fell in love with someone else, and it just worked out.
Okay, of course it did. Does she look like Adrienne Barbeau?
No, she
like
looks,
same hair color. Nothing. That's
No,
okay.
but my wife looks exactly like what is her name? She played Gigi. I'm totally blanking. I'll find it out for you. Oh God, what is her name? Con, you've seen Gigi. It's your favorite movie.
I'm not feeling
I
it.
have no idea what
The
you're
NA
talking about.
isn't helping your brain fog. Because I'm like, is
NA
that why I have brain fog? Is
Leslie
it the one?
Caron. Leslie Caron. That's who my wife looks. All right. Can we keep you for a few more minutes? I want to do the Pee Wee Herman thing. We got to do that.
Of course.
All right. Fantastic. This week's popcorn pick of the week, folks, is Pee Wee Herman. Thank you to Cara Mulrooney, who's going to stick around with us. And we've got a clip of her interaction with Pee Wee Herman to play coming up after the news in Act 2. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It seems like yesterday. day.
If it happens in Wisconsin.
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Dave Packer. A federal grand jury in Maryland indicting President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, one of his most outspoken critics. The Justice Department accusing him of mishandling classified documents. The FBI and other federal officials raided his home this summer. More from ABC's Alex Mallon.
This all stems, according to that search warrant, from an investigation that began after the United States became aware that a foreign entity had hacked Bolton's AOL accounts. Now, that's really important because that would indicate that maybe a foreign entity that did hack that account came upon the exact type of classified information, and that would obviously pose grave potential concerns if he actually did have highly classified information on his AOL accounts.
Today's actions coming on the heels of indictments against two other top Trump adversaries, former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Bolton has insisted he's done nothing illegal. This is ABC News. California officials sounding the alarm for a 9-year-old girl who hasn't been seen.
9-year-old Melody Buzzard is homeschooled. This week, a school administrator contacted investigators because Melody has not checked in with school in at least a year. Detectives can find no photos of her from the past 2 years or anybody who has seen her. Raquel Zick with the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office says they've talked to her mom, but they cannot figure out if Melody is safe or where she is.
This is a 9-year-old that we don't know where she's at. We don't have any accounting for her, for the past year.
A search warrant was executed at the family home, but there are no clear signs of Melody's whereabouts. Alex Stone, ABC News.
FIFA officials say ticket sales for the upcoming FIFA World Cup in North America have now crossed the 1 million mark. Though the top 3 buyers were from the host nations of the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, fans from 212 different countries and territories have purchased their seats, with England, Colombia, and French fans also turning out in large numbers. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Game 3 for the Brewers and Dodgers. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Baseball, the Brewers and Dodgers battling to advance to the World Series next week, continuing tonight in Los Angeles. Second baseman Bryce Terang on Milwaukee being down 2-0.
We know where we're at, and we know what we got to do, and I trust these guys in the locker room to figure it out, and we got a good group of guys, and we've fought all year, so I think heading to L.A., we know what we got to do.
How tough have the Dodgers pitchers been? The Brewers, Jake Bauers.
Yeah, these guys are dialed in right now. Seems like you can go an entire game without seeing a pitch over the heart of the plate, so obviously it's tough, but that being said, we got to take it upon ourselves to try and do something to disrupt their timing and get them a little bit more uncomfortable on the mound.
Football, the Wisconsin Badgers are 2-4, and it doesn't get any easier. They host Ohio State, the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Kickoff at 2:30 Saturday in Madison. The Packers are in Arizona on Sunday against the Cardinals at 3:25. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy and isolated shower or two tonight with lows in the mid-50s. Partly sunny tomorrow, a stray storm could pop up, highs in the mid-70s. Temperatures start to fall back for this weekend as we dry out. Right now it's 58.
Lean Local with Jim Schmidt.
So what's going on with the government shutdown? And what about agricultural and rural issues? Join me and Congressman Tony Weed.
Sunday mornings at 9 on 97.9 WGBW and streaming on the Civic Media app.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who still likes to build a fort, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. Kicking off Act 2 here on this beautiful Thursday night. What a glorious night to talk movies and TV and all the things we love about life on a nightly basis, which we do here. It is great to have you with me. Conrad Krieger is working diligently on the other side of the glass. I'm not even... What is going on with the Brewers? I just need to know so I know what kind of mood you're going to be in the rest of the night.
Well, they can't hit the ball again, so it's just...
Are they losing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I can look forward to the Packers at least.
Yeah, you've got other things in life, believe it or not. Well, hang in there, Brewer fans. We'll try to help you through this next hour by talking about some really cool things. We will be back to our guest, Carol Mulrooney, in just a minute. Our word of the night is inspired, I should say, by the National Dictionary Day. What is your favorite or least favorite word? And, Katie Scullin is a very talented singer-songwriter. She's been on the show a couple times. She posted something earlier that I saw, like, in the headline or whatever, on your phone at the screen, it pops up.
Yep.
Doily.
Doily.
That's a great word to not like. It's weird.
I don't even know what it means.
It's like those little things that you put on a chair, like the white lace things that you put over a chair. You know what a chair is, right?
I think so.
Look, Google the doily and post it in the stream, because I'm sure that if you don't know, then other people probably don't know too. But maybe it's a generational thing. My grandma had doilies around her house, but that one made me laugh. We also talked. Ace Frehley passed away, by the way. So, Kiss fans, I'm sorry to if you're hearing that here for the first time. I'm sorry for your loss, but I think it happened several hours ago. He was one of the. Ace Frehley was like where I grew up on the northwest side of Chicago in the city. People were like, their rock bands. Basically is how they identified, how they drew life breath every day. Pink Floyd, Kiss, and they would have these arguments. Sometimes they would result in fisticuffs over who was the best guitarist. You had Jimmy Page, you had David Gilmour, and then you had Ace Frehley. So I was not a huge Kiss fan. I know our friend Terry Barr is, so we are sorry for your loss, Terry. Terry will be here tomorrow night for Bar Band Friday night. Maybe we'll talk a little Ace Frehley then as well. Coming up at 7:35, Dan Hess from the Old World, Wisconsin, will be here. They have a great, all month at Old World, they're doing some really cool Halloween stuff. So we'll talk to Dan about that at 7:35. Yeah, those are doilies on the stream. You can see those. Those are just, why would you compromise a chair by putting a doily on it?
I feel like they're just going to fall off every time you sit in it.
It's not like the best looking chair. Anyway, maybe the doilies are an improvement in that case, but I don't know. All right, let's get back to our guest. Carol Mulrooney is here. She's a filmmaker and an actress from Milwaukee. She made the popcorn pick of the week. It was Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which she just saw at the Oriental. And how magical was that? You have two kids now. You get to take them to a movie palace, this majestic theater, and watch one of your favorite. That must have been like a surreal experience almost.
It really was. And they were scared of the same parts, of course, that we were all traumatized by, like Large Marge, which our 5-year-old misremembered as Mean Gene, which I also like. But yeah, just we couldn't even say things like it was a night like that. They freaked out.
I have to rewatch it. I don't remember some of this stuff.
Just like tonight. It was the worst accident I ever seen, right? You recall now?
I do, yeah. It's been so long. Here's a great thing we should do. You had this outstanding, these things are called cameos, and celebrities will, for money, but it's kind of cool that they do this, will give you a message, and it's like they're talking to you, like you and I are talking over the stream. My sister Molly got my son Joe one from Kevin from The Office, Brian Baumgartner, and he was like, "Happy birthday, Joe Schwaba." He's like talking like they're best friends. And you had one from Pee Wee Herman or Paul Rubens. What was that like?
It was, it's what I'm doing right now. I'm speechless. I was gobsmacked, which is another favorite word.
It's another
I
great
suppose.
word, yeah.
But yeah, it was a present from my amazing beloved husband for my 40th birthday. We were going to watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure outside. That's what I wanted. And he opened it with this cameo from Paul Rubens. And Pete, as you know, because I sent it to you, he went on for almost 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
This magical human being did not have to do that. Like, yes, he paid the money and it was not cheap. As Tate says, he's like, I would have paid double. I don't care. It was amazing.
Wow.
But went on for 8 minutes. So generous, so sweet. I don't watch it that often because I'm just so humbled by the gift, both from Tate and from Paul Rubens. And what makes it also harder to watch now is, of course, that he passed. And, with the timing, he would have been sick at that time. He would have been in treatment for cancer at that time. So just as a document, it couldn't be more special and dear to me. Just that he was given it all he had during through the end.
That's really cool. We have a little clip of that, audio clip at least, that you were nice enough to share with us earlier. So let's play. This is Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, giving Kara a birthday wish over these things called cameos, folks. Google them. They're great options as gifts. And she got one from her husband, Tate. And here is a snippet of him talking to her.
Let me just say this. Your friend is making her first feature film. You probably already all know this, but I'd like to say this to you, Kara. Great luck, and that's awesome. I mean, I understand that you are an amazing actress and storyteller and filmmaker, and that you're a very big fan of me. And I appreciate that. It tells me quite a bit about you right off the bat. It tells me that you are very bright and have amazing taste.
That's so great.
I mean, how masterful was that? Like, he says something really sweet. Like, imagine hearing that from your hero. But like, it's also like, that's too much. As a Midwesterner, I was like, stop, Paul Rubens. And then he does stop with a joke. Masterful.
Oh, that's so great. And you just said Midwestern, like, because we are typically there are people, I bet you, that put that on their resume. Paul Rubens told me I was a great actress on my cameo that I paid for. Honest to God, right? I mean, and here you are just soaking it up. That was really cool, and you could tell he was just into it. It's fun.
There was such a warmth. Yeah, I wish the listeners at home could see, but yeah, just such a warmth and tenderness. Yeah.
That's so great.
So yeah, see Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Watch Pee Wee's Playhouse. He has all kinds of work. He's in oh God, what's the cocaine movie? Johnny Depp. Yeah. I think Blow. He has so many surprising. I think he's in Mystery Men. He does a voice in The Nightmare Before Christmas. So you can catch him. You can catch him a few places.
Well, it's very cool. All right, so tell us, you're working on a new film. You said it's in post, and it'll probably be a year.
Yeah.
But what's it about? I love what you do. You have a great imagination, and the short films you've done that I've seen in the Wisconsin Film Festival, outstanding. But what is this next one about?
Oh, yeah, you're so nice. Who would ever not come on your show? You're so freaking nice to everybody, or to me.
I'm
It's
usually
funny.
mean to most people. You're
I
easy to be nice to.
imagine.
Kara.
I can't imagine. It's funny. I can when the movie's done, I can imagine someone watching it and thinking, "Well, that was very visionary." Like you say, like it's very creative. Like, yeah, it's really. What can I say?
It's very
It's creative.
interesting.
Yeah,
No,
it
but
was
the
different.
one you
It was
the one
really
you did
quirky.
about the one
Yeah.
you did about the medium and your pregnancy or trying to
Yes,
get pregnant. That was very.
yeah.
That was. It was
Yeah, oh, good.
brilliant.
That's simply too much. But I'll give you the log line because when I start
Okay.
to explain it, it just makes me sound crazy. So I'll give you the log line, which is a 40-year-old mascot maker facing her accidental pregnancy alone in the present day makes radio contact with a newlywed in mourning in 1958.
Oh my goodness.
Right. So it's kind of a lot packed in there. But I will simplify it by asking, are you familiar with the Moth radio stories?
No.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Sounded judgy. I didn't mean it to. It's
I don't know much about radio.
It's a it's a wonderful thing to discover. It's essentially people telling true stories on stage without notes. And
Okay.
so there's the Moth Radio, which is, I think a podcast, but it's it can be hit or miss, but it's mostly hits. If you're in the Milwaukee area, we have Ex Fabula, which is essentially the same thing. I would argue better because they do so much in community building and community involved storytelling and education. So got a stump for Ex Fabula. And I also won't miss the chance to thank them for connecting me with my co-writer, Monica Thomas. So I play, to back up to, gosh, this is a lot coming at your listeners. So there's the pregnant mascot maker character that is played by me. And it does follow my actual pregnancy, although we started shooting in 2019 when the script was not anywhere close to done. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna grab what we can based on what I know of the film. And then I gave, here's where they're like, oh, I'm gonna lose them, Pete. I gave birth on camera as well. So
Whoa.
yeah. And it's very, like, if you've seen Call the Midwife, like, it's a very tasteful angle.
Yeah.
And it helped that my husband is also the cinematographer.
Right.
So
It was lit. It was.
he happened to be there. So we
You
thought, why
were
not?
lit beautifully.
Why not bring your 4K cinema camera and prime lenses to the birth? No, there was no lighting. It's all natural. Well,
That's
it's very
funny.
natural. There's a lot of natural. We're gonna have to take some of the natural out in post. But okay, so I'm the mascot character. But Kyoko, or Kay, is the newlywed in mourning in Chicago in 1958, and she's a Japanese American woman. Now, I did my best to research that experience and listen to those stories. So densho.org, by the way, speaking of stories, densho.org, DENSHO, is a repository of stories of people, Japanese Americans who lived through internment camps during World War II. And so I took all of that in. I wrote the script best I could, and then I searched for a co-writer. And it was Ex Fabula, the storytelling collective, that connected me with Monica Thomas.
Oh, nice.
And not just, she's a Japanese American woman, and she was so generous in sharing her lived experiences, her recently departed mother's lived experiences, but she's also kind of woo-woo out there like me. And so we're a really great fit. She's also a typewriter artist. She recently participated in QWERTY Fest in Milwaukee.
Oh, nice.
If you're familiar.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I think
typewriter
that's
festival.
such a great. Yeah, that's such a great name. Well, I wish you luck with the with the project. It sounds like a big
I appreciate-
undertaking.
I need the
and
luck.
a lot going on there.
I
Yeah.
need the luck, man. Do you know how
You
they
got it.
currently and
Hey,
you
hold
can
that thought. Hold that
Oh,
thought
sure,
and
sure,
hold that
sure.
question. We'll do a very quick break, and then we'll come back and wrap up with Kara. But I got to ask you what you're watching, too. And you need to finish that thought. So we're coming right back. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Just another night is all that it takes to understand the difference between lovers and fake. So baby, I talk to you in the night.
From Ashwaubenon to Alloway, this is 97.9 WGBW.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service.
Yeah, all night long. And nobody don't dance on the edge of the dark. We've got the radio on.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Steady Eddie in the 608 says, Pete, I just gave Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba a thumbs up on YouTube. So you can do that, Conrad. There we go. Just
there we go.
Verifying
Thanks.
what you said.
Thanks,
you.
Steady Eddie.
Yeah. He says, I'm watching and listening to you and Conrad on YouTube using my phone while I listen to the Brewers on the radio. Brewers-Dodgers tied 1-1 after 5.5 innings. Go Brew Crew. I think that's changed since this text, but we appreciate the update, Steady Eddie, very much. He says, literally is my favorite word. Literally, I followed close. Wait, literally followed closely by ice and cream. Steady Eddie, outstanding. Rin from Madison in the 608 says, favorite word, magic, least fave, squat. I don't know why that cracks me up. The word squat. Okay. Thank you, Rin. Great text. And thank you, Steady Eddie. We're back. We've got a couple more minutes with our current guest, Kara Mulrooney. Or is it Kara? Kara
I know,
or Kara?
it's Kara. Yeah.
Paul Rubens says Kara.
Only Paul Rubens can call me Kara. Everyone else would definitely call me Kara. Care Bear was my nickname. That helps, folks.
That's a great one. Okay. So finish your story, please. I'm sorry. You were telling me about.
Oh God, what was I talking about? What were we talking about?
We were talking about your movie. You got matched up with your.
Oh yeah. My co-writer.
Yeah.
Right. And I missed some connecting point. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So there's this log line, which is maybe a little difficult to track, but the easy way to sell my movie, hopefully, is that it's like two women telling stories back and forth through the radio and seeing how those stories impact the other woman in her life in real time, or in their timeline. But right, what I was going to say now, as I'm speaking, I remember that now distributors pick up a movie or don't pick up a movie based on how many followers you have. So, and that's not just the film, but this I just learned from our editor, Chris Thompson, who's going through it with his current film that he co-edited, co-produced. So,
I know Chris, sure.
Oh yeah, super talented filmmaker and great guy. But yeah, so how many followers, not just that the film has, but that your actors have. And so going back to Hawk Tuah Girl, she has a huge following, and so she was cast in that movie for that reason, presumably. As you might guess, I don't have a massive social media following. I don't, I'm an exennial. I don't spend a lot of time on social media. So So that's gonna hurt. We're gonna have to do like grassroots marketing kind of thing. Like
go out and buy some followers.
Yeah. Will bots win the day? I don't know.
Hey, Kara, I have to first of all, I know how busy you are. I appreciate you sticking around so long. You're so much fun to talk to. Thank you for making the pick of the week. I wish you luck with the feature, but before I let you go, I have to ask you, are you binge watching anything? What can you recommend?
Oh geez. I'm not. I'll tell you what my children are binge watching, and that is K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't think you can binge watch a feature film, but they're trying. They are watching it and listening to it.
It's crazy popular
every day. It is crazy popular, and the song, both my husband and I going to bed at night, the songs are in our head. We'll have to put music on just to get the songs out of our head. And like it's a great movie. It's a great movie, and the songs are bangers, but. Yeah, it's earworm material for sure. So
I gotta see this just to see what all the fuss is.
Yeah, see what all the fuss is about. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever, if you're in a theater where people are talking, have you ever tried joining in? You're like, I'm going to talk.
I've run the gamut. I've given looks. I've said shut up.
But have you ever talked to the screen like, don't do it, man?
No, I haven't.
Because it occurs to me that I haven't either. Like, maybe we should try.
You know what? I did. There was one time I was in a movie with my college roommate. I was like 20, whatever. We go in there and it's a horror film, and the kids that the monster, I was probably a Jason movie or something, were chasing it, and they hit the gun, and they put the gun to lock the door. So that's what they used to lock the door. And I said, "Oh, you idiot." I said, that was the second or third line I said, and some guy told me, some older guy who's like in his 50s says, "Hey, shut up, will you?"
Oh no! So that was, and he shut you up for your movie viewing live.
I've experienced it from both sides because I've been that guy, and I've been put in my place, deservedly so, back when I was a young
right.
idiot.
You kind of have to see what the contract is. You go into the theater and you're like, are we all going to talk? Or are we going to not talk and shun the talker? Yeah.
Kara, thank you so much. Let's do this again, please, and keep me posted on your movie.
I will. I'm sorry for hijacking so much of your time, but it was a blast.
What are you doing here? You're on here to talk, and you did that beautifully. It was fun.
I did forcefully, yeah. Oh, thanks so much, and thanks, Conrad. Go Brew Crew.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Kara. Have a great night. That's Kara Mulrooney, everybody. Check out Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Since she said go Brew Crew, do you have an update? Has it gotten any better?
It's 3-1. Oh,
man. All right. Well, what do we do here, man? What can I do?
Do we finish the quiz quick? We have like three more.
Let's save the quiz for the last segment. And right now, let's read a couple more texts.
Sure.
Dave on the stream says his least favorite word is irregardless. That's a good one. That's not really a word, because it means, when people use it, it just means regardless. But that was a pet peeve. I had an English teacher who could not stand the word irregardless. Conrad's mom checks in from the 920 and says, my favorite word is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from Mary Poppins. My least favorite word is the F word, which is used way too much.
Sorry, Mom.
Francine? What word is that?
What word she's talking about is the word I use way too much when I'm golfing. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. I think it's okay if you're golfing. Do you swear in front of your mom and your dad? You drop F-bombs?
I used to not. Now it just kind of slips out sometimes,
I still don't. My parents are like, honestly, I have a filthy mouth oftentimes, and my own kids swear in front of me.
Well, my brother has a worse mouth than me, so I'm in the clear.
You're the golden child. All right, we're coming right back, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about legends and lore at Old World, Wisconsin with Dan Hess from the Wisconsin Historical Society. That is next on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Dave Packer. A federal grand jury in Maryland indicting President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, one of his most outspoken critics. The Justice Department accusing him of mishandling classified documents. The FBI and other federal officials raided his home this summer. More from ABC's Alex Mallon.
This all stems, according to that search warrant, from an investigation that began after the United States became aware that a foreign entity had hacked Bolton's AOL accounts. Now, that's really important because that would indicate that maybe a foreign entity that did hack that account came upon the exact type of classified information, and that would obviously pose grave potential concerns if he actually did have highly classified information on his AOL accounts.
Today's actions coming on the heels of indictments against two other top Trump adversaries, former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Bolton has insisted he's done nothing illegal. This is ABC News.
Game 3 for the Brewers and Dodgers. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Baseball, the Brewers and Dodgers battling to advance to the World Series next week, continuing tonight in Los Angeles. Second baseman Bryce Terang on Milwaukee being down 2-0.
We know where we're at, and we know what we got to do, and I trust these guys in the locker room to figure it out, and we got a good group of guys, and we've fought all year, so I think heading to L.A., we know what we got to do.
How tough have the Dodgers pitchers been? The Brewers, Jake Bauers.
Yeah, these guys are dialed in right now. It seems like you can go an entire game without seeing a pitch over the heart of the plate, so obviously it's tough, but that being said, we got to take it upon ourselves to try and do something to disrupt their timing and get them a little bit more uncomfortable on the mound.
Football, the Wisconsin Badgers are 2-4, and it doesn't get any easier. They host Ohio State, the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Kickoff at 2:30 Saturday in Madison. The Packers are in Arizona on Sunday against the Cardinals at 3:25. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. The future Mr. Taylor Swift, a.k.a. Travis Kelce, is already feeling the pressure to have kids with his bride-to-be. During a recent appearance on the New Heights podcast, Dwayne Johnson and Jason Kelce, Travis's older brother, encouraged him to become a dad, saying, "Your life changes in a great way." At one point, Johnson joked that he and Jason were putting the voodoo hex on Travis. Kelce popped the question to Swift in August, how great would it be if their kids had Travis's singing voice and Taylor's gridiron talents? More Ed Helms? Yes, please. Deadline.com reports that The Office actor has signed on to the new film The Stunt Driver. The story follows Ken Carter, played by Jay Baruchel. Carter was a stuntman who tried to jump over the St. Lawrence River in a rocket-powered vehicle, which at the time was considered the most dangerous stunt ever. Helms plays Dick Keller, an engineer who designs the rocket vehicle. I'm intrigued. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy and isolated shower or two tonight with lows in the mid-50s. Partly sunny tomorrow, a stray storm could pop up, highs in the mid-70s. Temperatures start to fall back for this weekend as we dry out. Currently 57 degrees.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Jane
Welcome back to Nite Lite. I'm Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me on this Thursday. We are in the home stretch here on this Christmas Eve of weekdays. Con, I don't know if I saw Dan just sign in, but I've got no screen here, so I don't.
Yep.
Can he hear me?
He's on.
He can hear me.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this month at Old World, Wisconsin, this is a very exciting thing. We talked about this a little bit last year as well. They do Legends and Lore, and they have just these great events. And we wanted to, we always like to talk to our friends at the Wisconsin Historical Society. But right now, it is my pleasure to welcome to Nite Lite their Living History Coordinator. He is the General Manager of Experiences and Events, Mr. Dan Hess. Dan, welcome.
Thanks very much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you, and thanks for taking the time out. If you're a Brewer fan, and we're pulling you away from the game, I'm sorry about that, although it sounds like it's not going that great anyway, so it's great to have you. So I have to ask you, before we get into some museum talk, do you have a favorite word, Dan, or a least favorite word?
Oh, let's see.
That's our question of the night. It's National Dictionary Day, so.
Sure. We're all about history and sharing stories here at World, Wisconsin, and bringing that to life. So I suppose living is probably one of my favorite ones.
Nice. That's great. All right. Well, let's get started then. I know we don't have you for that long, but I would love to know if people like myself, I've never been to Old World, Wisconsin, and last year at this time I said I got to get down there, and of course I didn't, but it just seems like a really magical place and an absolute treasure for those of us that live here in Wisconsin that we need to take advantage of. For those listening who haven't been there, what can you tell us about it if you want to give us like an overview?
Yeah, so we're located about 45 minutes outside of Milwaukee in Eagle, Wisconsin. And we've got about 600 acres of land here, actually. So huge site, one of the largest living history museums in the country. And we've got over 60 historic buildings that were brought here from all around the state of Wisconsin, from Lake Michigan and the Mississippi River and from the Illinois border all the way up to Lake Superior. So lots of amazing things.
Yeah. So I was reading earlier, probably on your website, that building Old World, Wisconsin sounded like such a huge endeavor. It opened in 1976, but took 10 years to put together.
Mm-hmm.
How has it evolved since? It came out 1976, or opened then, the year of the bicentennial. We're almost at 50 years. How has it evolved since then, Dan?
Yeah, so our 50th anniversary is just around the corner next year, but we're still adding things today. So this past May, we opened up the Whitnable's Tavern. So that came from Old Ashepin, so a little bit north of Economowoc up 67. Okay. And we've restored it after bringing it here from there. And we showcase what it might have looked like, what it might have been like as a 1930s tavern, just Prohibition here in Wisconsin.
That's great. You have an actual working brewery on the grounds, as I understand it now. Tell us about that. I would imagine that would be pretty popular with visitors.
So yeah, right up there with our tavern, right next door. It's been open a few years now. We've got our brew house. So amazing place when we're open in our summer seasons. We're brewing beer in there every day that guests come. So not only are we brewing that beer in the historic ways, we're able to then give a sample of those different beers to our guests.
I love it. All right. So October is a really fun month for you guys. Can you tell us about Legends and Lore?
Yeah. So it's my favorite event here. So it's a little bit different from a lot of other kind of Halloween kind of themed events. Whereas we try to do as much storytelling as we possibly can with it. So it's a place that you can come and hear many different stories, most of which are are legends and lore of a sort that are Wisconsin based. So we'll tell the story of the Ridgeway Ghost out from southwestern Wisconsin. We also tell the tale of the Beast of Bray Road, which is just down the road from us here outside of Elkhorn, amongst a lot of other different things.
Some of these, I mean, I know kids are welcome, but just reading about this, Dan, a lot of this stuff seems incredibly, like, really creepy. Do kids get scared, or is it mostly for the adults?
We like to talk about legends and lore where it's always spooky, sometimes scary. So the thing I really like about it is it's not gory at all. So we'll tell the stories of Baba Yaga and some other things. So they're older stories, but they're spooky, but they're really, I'd like to say that we're usually in the G to PG range.
Okay. Tell us about the tale of Baba Yaga. It says a Slavic folktale of an old woman who lives in a hut that stands on chicken legs. That is really creepy.
Yeah. The story comes from Germany and Austria. So their kind of fairy tales are known for being a little bit more spooky than the fairy tales we might know from Disney today.
Sure. How about the maze? I love this. A lantern lit walkthrough of the sorghum maze.
Yeah.
So it's dark.
Yeah. So we use sorghum, which was another plant that was historically grown here in Wisconsin, especially around the 1910s. That would have been used at that time to make sorghum syrup. We still use it to make that today. So sweet syrup, but you have a chance to walk through the maze using a lantern to kind of guide you through it in the dark.
My guest is Dan Hess here tonight representing the Old World Wisconsin Museum. Dan is the Living History Coordinator and the General Manager of Experiences and Events, and he's telling us about all the cool stuff going on there this month leading up to Halloween. They have events October 17th and 18th, 24th and 25th. Dan, the other one I wanted to add, the seance. That sounds really cool. Can you tell us about the Victorian seance?
Yeah, so seances are something that we don't often think about, but we're a very Victorian era thing. So people historically did them quite a bit. And I will say it's not a real seance. Some guests might be happy to hear that, but it is a performance kind of talking about what those things might have been like, and kind of a bit of humor might be in it as well.
Oh, that's good. How much time do people need, Dan? Like, let's say a guy's got a wife and 2 kids, they roll up. Can they spend the whole day there? I mean, it sure sounds like they could, but how much time should they carve out to really soak in kind of everything you guys are offering this month?
Yeah, so for Legends and Lore, our gates open at 3 p.m. actually. So guests can come in, and we've got the grand opening of our Clousing Barn Cafe was last weekend. Grand reopening, I should say. So we're happy to have that. So we've got food and beverages, and you can take advantage of our retail store, things like that. Get your dinner before you start at 3 o'clock. And then the grounds open up at 5:30 for the event. And I really would suggest, if you want to see everything, to be here ready to go by 5:30. We've got lots of different stuff going on for everyone.
That's great. I want to ask you about a couple more of these things. A 1930s haunted Halloween costume party at Whitnable's Barn, Tavern.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
So that's at the 1930s Tavern that I was talking about. So it's we've kind of got so the staff that'll be in there are in 1930s costumes, and we'll have some 1930s kind of Halloween theme music playing, things of that nature. And we've got some historic cocktails that you can partake in as well.
And that's just people rolling up in costumes. Like, that's not the employees sort of putting on a show. That's everyone is welcome to come in and wear a costume and have a few cocktails.
Absolutely. And whether it's for there or throughout the entire site, you're welcome to wear your costumes. Absolutely.
Through all the searches for the hodag, how successful has Old World Wisconsin been looking for the hodag on the long tail trail?
Yeah, we seem to find him pretty often, but might take a little bit of hiking along the trail to be able to find him. But we've got guides that are trained at finding him that'll be able to help you.
This sounds like so much fun. How much is it to get in, and where can people find tickets? Like if someone wanted to bring their family, what would they be looking? Is it reasonably priced, or how does that work?
So you can find them at oldworldwisconsin.org. I'm going to double check here, but $22 for adults, and it's a little bit less for children.
That sounds pretty reasonable to me. This sounds so great, Dan. This I wish you luck. And anything else coming up at Old World or any of the other sites that you could tell us about as we get closer to the holidays once Halloween is passed?
Yeah, so we've got the first 2 weekends in December. We'll also have our Home for the Holidays event. So another great event that we have here in our village area that showcases not only Christmas, but takes a look at some of the other holidays around that time of year, whether it's St. Nicholas Day or New Year's or Boxing Day or Hanukkah or things like that. So we look at all those different holidays around that time and share how people celebrated those back in the 1800s.
It sounds like people should just go to oldworldwisconsin.org and check it out for themselves and see everything you guys have to offer, because it's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Before we let you get out of here, Dan, I got to ask you, if you're binge watching anything, what does a living history coordinator like to watch on TV at home when you put your feet up?
Oh gosh. I'll be honest. My wife and I have been watching Dancing with the Stars lately on Tuesday nights, but British Bake Off is pretty fun as well.
Okay.
And then I think one of my favorite shows, though, in regards to living history type things, though, is it's called Victorian Farm, and it's a BBC actually show.
Oh, nice.
But you can find it on YouTube and a few other different places. But it's one of my favorite, looking at the 1800s.
Whatever you can watch that brings you and your spouse together, I'm in favor of. That's TV watching time is very precious. So good luck with that. Thank you, Dan, so much for taking the time out. And maybe we'll see you down there this October. Who knows? But have a great month down there at Old World, Wisconsin.
Thank you so much.
You got it. All right. That's Dan Hess, folks. Check out Old World, Wisconsin. Go to oldworldwisconsin.org and man, lose yourself in everything they have going on there this month, because it's pretty impressive. A lot going on. Conrad, I think we should organize like a Nite Lite bus tour.
Okay.
I want to go to that costume party. I'm not kidding. And I want to see the one with chicken legs. I don't know, something yummy. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, no. Literally something yummy.
That was really creepy. I didn't even mean for it to sound like that. Mark in Prairie du Sac, that's the 608, says, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, and if you say it loud enough, you're always precocious. Very well done, Mark. I like how you worked that in there, buddy. Great text. Steve from Florida, that's Conrad's dad, says, favorite word, inspirational, least favorite, behind. You think your dad means like trailing or
behind in work,
reference
maybe?
to the butt or something?
I don't know. The behind.
Behind is what
you say it a little differently.
That's true. Behind. Don't get left behind. All right, that works. Thank you.
You got touched in the behind.
Thank you, Steve. John Murray from Madison in the 608 says, scrumptious is a pretty word.
I like that word, too.
I like that word, too.
Yeah.
John also says, I watched my Saturday morning cartoons on a 12-inch black and white TV. It was still a miracle box to me. Very well said. You didn't know any better either then, John. It's like, yeah, well, we took whatever. People used to love to listen to the radio. So very, very well done. We've got a couple more texts we'll read after this, and I'm going to finish my college basketball player quiz, folks. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
He's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress.
As Wisconsin as a fish fry on a Friday night, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Hey, it's Amanda, and we all know that Northeast Wisconsin has some of the best events around, but trying to find them all can be tricky. So here at WGBW, we decided to do the work for you. Prevent boredom on any night by going to WGBW.fm and click events in the top right corner. You'll never have to spend forever scrolling to find out what's going on in your area. And if you got an event to share, hit us up by emailing info@WGBW.fm, bringing you local news and timeless hits while giving you the 411 on what's happening in New Wisco.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Download the Civic Media app in the Google Play or Apple App Store and
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. We're in the home stretch here, folks. We just got another update on the Brewer game from Conrad's dad, who says the Brewers are, I see what he did there, behind. Come on, Brewers. Good luck, Steve. And nice tie-in. Nice callback. Yesterday, we talked about our favorite grouches. That was our question of the day. And our Civic Media pal, Tony Zimmerman, said Pat Kreitlow, our morning host here on the network. And I didn't see this until today, but Pat Kreitlow put a GIF, a GIF of Oscar the Grouch, which I thought was well done. Thank you, Pat. And then our pal Bob Dennis, the mafia expert who lives here in Green Bay, said his favorite Grouch is Mr. Costanza, and also posted a picture of him saying, "I got a lot of problems with you people." Well done, Bob. All right, so I think we've got. And I don't like to miss text, Conrad. You know that.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Diane Keaton flick? Andrea Makova. I don't know her, I don't think, but on Facebook she said, "This is my favorite. Something's Gotta Give." Okay. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the text. We always post our question of the day on social media, folks, so you can go there and respond. If you can't listen to the show, we still read them on the air. Daniel Wheeler says, "My beef with the letter H, when placed behind a P, we get a new sound, like as in photo. When placed behind an S, we get a new sound, as in should. But when placed behind an R, we get nothing. Where's my rhythm and rhyme in that?" Daniel Wheeler is a very cerebral guy. Mike Desitel says, my favorite word used to be gullible, but it's no longer in the dictionary. Is that true? My least favorite word is onomatopoeia. I always forget how to spell it, so I can't look it up. I would not know how to spell that either, Mike, but I think you did a pretty good job. All right, let's finish our quiz con before we get out of here.
Yeah.
I took a college basketball player quiz.
I believe you're 5 for 11 right now.
1, 2, 3.
No, we got through 12, so you're
4, 5. 5 for 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And Burger Irving. Burger, B-I-R-G-I-R Irving was not a college basketball player.
No, it was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, you got that one right.
I got that one right.
Yes.
Okay. Here's another one I love. Number 13.
Fat Brooks.
Speaking of Daniel's text, Fat Brooks, P-H-A-T. I'll say yes. Wow.
Correct.
That's just too weird.
6 for 12.
Weird
6 for 13. Sorry.
Weird in a good way, though. I love the name Dunk Tyson.
I wish that was real.
I wish that was real. And Max Defender, love it. You have to be an athlete.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, you could be a basketball player or
cornerback.
If you like, and you could be a baseball player too.
Good infielder. Yeah, good soccer defender. Number 14.
Cookie Boogie Rivers.
That's real.
It is not.
No. Damn.
I think I did a good job of creating
You
fake
did.
names.
Fat Brooks. That was real too. Okay. All right. This one's weird.
Chuck Hare.
Yes. Wow. Who does he play for?
Honestly, I didn't even. A lot of these players play for like D2 colleges or
To
something
be
like that.
honest, this
but-
all could be made up.
No, it's not. Actually, I can look this up quick. I have a
I'm
picture
just saying I wouldn't have known.
that I took today, and he plays for Holy Cross.
Okay. That's a real school.
And if you're wondering where Berger plays, he plays for High Point.
I've never heard of that school.
And I think you asked where Tennessee Rainwater.
Yeah, where
play.
does Tennessee Rainwater? Love that name.
Le Monnier.
That's a college?
Yeah.
That's like probably a JUCO in Upper Wyoming. But hey, it still qualifies. All right, last one on the quiz. Go for it.
Dr. Bradley.
Yes. Is that right? Oh, baby. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 16.
Dr. Bradley plays for Bethune Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman. Yeah, all right. So if I'm shooting threes and I'm 8 for 16,
that's pretty good. You did
we're
well.
going to the dance, baby.
I thought you'd do worse, to be honest.
Thank you. How long is the Meet the Parents clip?
We got time.
Let's fire that up. Let's go out on a laugh. Meet the Parents dropped this week, but here is a clip from my writing partner, Greg Liana's Meet the Parents, which started a franchise, his little independent movie. Let's hear that.
You really have a beautiful home here.
Oh, thank you.
I've always prided myself in being able to provide my family with a very nice home to live in.
We're going to have a lovely home too, Daddy.
Having a family means being responsible with money. You agree with that, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. I totally agree with that, sir. I've always believed a penny saved is a penny earned. Did I say something?
Daddy's mother's name was Penny, and he keeps her ashes in an urn.
So great.
It's so funny.
Oh, it's good stuff. Dave on the stream says, literally drives me crazy. Those are two good words. Dave said, irregardless and literally.
I just don't like that word.
It's weird because I know I said yummy before, and it does kind of make me just feel kind of yucky inside when someone says, especially when it's like another guy's wife or a grandma or something look at me and go, yummy. I don't know how to react to that.
I have another word, and I waited for the end of the show because it does trigger some people,
Okay.
Moist.
Moist is a good one. Yes.
I hate that word.
That is a word that could go so many different ways. These are all great. Thank you, everybody, for your texts tonight. Thank you, Cara Mulrooney, for making the popcorn pick of the week, which was Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, by the way, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. And thank you to Dan Hess from Old World, Wisconsin. Check out their legends and lore all month. Go to oldworldwisconsin.org. Great stuff. We will be back tomorrow night. It is a bar band Friday night, and Lisa Hale from New Wisco Weekend will be here talking about color television. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
You now.